G&E board has three types of composable. Tiles and checklist are by far the most popular. I guess they're very easy to grasp. You just click the tile, pick whatever you want, and compose your knee board as you see fit. And the underdog of the party really is the strip page, which is actually pretty helpful. Um, Specifically, I think on during IFR when you're shooting a lot of approaches, this is a format that can work really well. The way you compose the strip page is a little bit different. You don't get to pick tiles, but you do get to pick strips. And by clicking on the header, top of the window here, you get this little bar at the bottom where you can choose from the radio strip, the 80s strip, craft clearance, the taxi instructions, and the notes block. The These are pretty straightforward. I think they're self-explanatory. Radio gives you radio information. Once you're done selecting, you can click either the done checkbox here, or you can click the header back. That brings you back into the back and forth from the edit mode. There are three strips that behave a little bit differently. The first one is the note strip. Um, Note strip is going to fill whatever space is available. So if I were to add another note strip at the bottom, you will see that the space gets distributed between the two notes. So if you want a big note at the bottom, just add the last strip as a notes, and that will take whatever space is available. The second behavior that's slightly different when you stack them is the behavior of the 80 style. So let's say if I start from scratch here, let's say I'm replacing this and I'm adding a bunch of radios. You can see that every time I add a radio strip, I'm also getting the header here. But if I do this with a weather strip, the stacking is a little smarter. It saves you a little bit of real estate, which means you can very efficiently stack multiple 80s, which is super convenient when you are shooting a bunch of approaches during IFR training. So just maybe a better use of the real estate. If I were to compare this with an 80 style, here if I go full size wide, so that's giving me full size. Typically here in the size that it takes to fit 480s, I can probably fix, there you go, fit 6 of those. So I'm roughly getting 280s in the same real estate. The last thing that I wanted to talk about is the behavior of the radio strip. So you can see here, I probably don't need 3 of those, but by default, the radio strip just shows you some boxes that you can fill, but it's also smart enough to get some default values. So if you toggle edit mode and you click pick, which is a new behavior, you can choose any airport that's gonna give you the frequencies automatically. So you can populate that manually or automatically, but you end up with something pretty clean. So you can mix and match any way you want. That's the idea behind the composable. And this is what mine looks like after a couple of approaches. So using this one actually was before the automated frequency selection, but that gives you an idea of how you can fill this thing. There you go. Don't hesitate to send comments and suggestions. They're always welcome. Take care.